Bama, piss about nothing but the time. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
Give me Alabama to break home.
If somebody takes what's yours, and this is our game, it's our turn. And here's the guy's trying to take it from us. So that makes this shit personal.
Boom, we in here, and it is not Sunday night. It is Sunday afternoon. Hello. We switching up the times on you guys today. Lock in for us. Give us a like. Give us a share. Comment, roll time.
Did my guy freeze up?
Well, my connection, I can never tell if that's me or not. So I sit there like, so what you got for us?
We're live. We're live, so we got to keep it going. I mean, JT will talk back on. Hey, anything can happen on a Sunday afternoon. So welcome in to Sunday afternoon Talk'n Bama. I'm your boy JB. That's Herb, the better Ragsdale. JT will unfreeze, unthaw out, and come right back home pretty soon. Y'all hit the like button, man. Subscribe to this channel right here on the Bama Standard Network, as always. How you feeling, Herb?
It's always weird when you throw it off your time, you know, but respect to what's going on this week, and we had to jump in here. So, man, it's always still good to get the chance to talk some Bama stuff. Although Sunday afternoon Talk'n Bama don't have the same ring, you know what I mean? That's Sunday night's Talk'n Bama, but I'm definitely here for it.
Well, we have our reasons we're doing this, you know.
Definitely, and I think they're good reasons.
Yeah, very good reasons. Very good reasons. So, I mean, if you guys if you can't catch us live, you're not watching us live, then you're gonna watch the replay. There go JT.
Kinda.
I'm back. I'm back. We do got some weather in my area. I think that delayed me a little bit. Right? I was lagging. Okay. JB just froze when I was talking. JB was like, and I
didn't know what to do, bro. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Let's
my thing is I can never tell if it's me or y'all, you know. I'm on spectrum. They cut out whenever they feel like it.
So guys, we're gonna kick off the night. Yo, JB, let the beautiful people know what they need to have, man.
All right, y'all. We are less than 4 weeks away from kickoff. Bama, Florida State is going down. We won't be at Bryant-Denny, but we will have our title towels. So to support your team 24/7, 365, going into this 2025 season, get you a title towel. Go to whitwillsports.com. Use the promo code STAND to get you a nice discount, courtesy of your favorite Bama network, the Bama Standard.
Yep, check them out today, guys. Also, have ever dreamed of having beautiful or natural stone in or around your home? Look no further than Lambstone. Right here, realrockstone.com, guys. Located in Aniata, Alabama. One of the most trusted sources in the state today. Hit them up, let them know the Bama Center sent you, and we'll get 10% off your first order right here at realrockstone.com. Check them out, guys. So, get into it tonight. Alabama must win in the trenches 2025. That's where we're going to kick off. JB, Herb, I want you guys to tell me what that looks like. What does that look like? What does that mean? JB.
Well, you know, I love to talk trenches. I love to talk O-line, D-line. So we're going to break down each group, O-line and D-line. But the meaning of must win in the trenches, it means a lot, because if your O-line can actually win. And you're not going to win on every play. So that's pretty much far-fetched to think you're going to win on every play. But if you can win at a high percentage, and I'm not talking about one-on-one, I'm talking about as a group. And I know it's very important for guys to win their individual matchups. But me personally, I think the guys should be on one accord. I think all 5 guys on that line should all work together, because you have one job. You have to protect your quarterback. Well, actually, you have 2 jobs. You have to protect your quarterback, and you have to make holes for the running back if it's a running play. So whatever the play is, you running the ball, yes, you have to block, but you have to open up holes for the running back, open up gaps, gap control. If it's a pass play, of course, blind side, very important. Left tackle, we already know Kadyn Proctor is the best in the business, all right? So we just need him to play up to his standard, to his top 5 NFL draft pick projection standard. That's what we need from the left side of Kadyn Proctor. Right side, you already know Wilkin-Formby, he needs to play better. So I think all in all, the O-line is probably going to be under the microscope this season. Defensive line, we're going to get to that. But as far as winning in the trenches, meaning how I feel about it, we must win at a high percentage. We must win more than we lose in the trenches. Therefore, we can control the game. And when you control the game, 9 times out of 10, matter of fact, 99 times out of 100, you win the game when you control the trenches.
Herb, how do you feel about Alabama and trenches this year, brother?
Well, JB broke it down beautifully. So I'll start with this part. On offense, we're going to need you because we've talked so much about all the other skill positions and Ty Simpson, and it all starts with you. We can't have a balanced offense if you're not clearing any holes for the run game or you're not giving enough pass protection. So as much as we put on everybody else and Grubb coming back and what we want from this whole offense, it starts there. We run every time we run and we're getting, 1 yard, 2 yards, no yards.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we're scrapping the running game. Now we're back to kind of what we had, several times in the last couple of years. So offensive line, you got to be there, right? Like that's it. I don't want to, like I said, JB broke it down perfectly. So that's the only part I'm going to add to that is that's what I got. On defense, you look around and there's like 5 or 6 quarterbacks in the league that, dark horse Heisman candidates or up the list, whatever that you're going to have to run into. And that's not even getting to the playoffs, right? You've got to get after those guys, right? And the lesser guys, the ones that you don't know, maybe the ones that just transferred in, like you have to control them as well. So I'm not even just talking about the running games. This is maybe one of the weirdest years for quarterbacks in the SEC with either a guy who's like super hyped or a guy you have never taken a snap. And it just seems like we're like on one end or the other. You have got to control those games. You can't let the established guys pick you apart, and you can't let the new guys get any sort of rhythm. So the defensive line, at any time, that we've ever had, we need you to get after the quarterback. We need you to turn that game on its head. So that's where I feel like it starts for both sides.
I agree. Way to break that down, both of you guys right there. Offensive line, defensive line is where it all starts at. Obviously, quarterback ain't going to have time to do things if ain't nobody blocking for him, whether that's him turning around and handing the ball off to him doing a drop back, vice versa on the defensive side. So to keep the ball moving, the guy today, or I almost said tonight. I'm so used to it being nighttime.
We would have gone with you, man. We got you.
Keep the ball moving today, guys. Keys to success for the 2025 Alabama offensive line. We're going to focus on just the offensive line right now. Some things that, and obvious reasons, health, consistency from the returning anchors, Proctor, Brailsford, Roberts, those 3 guys returning, those the foundation, those the guys that you can build this offensive line around. The outcome of the left guard battle between Dewberry and VanDeMark is going to be, that's something to look at for the fall time. And who's to say it's over with first game? Things can change in game. You may have to move things around for certain games. Also, we noticed last year with the injury bug, how that bit us in the butt a little bit down the road. We had some guys banged up. So, JB, I'm going to ask you right here. On the offensive line, what's some keys to the success for the offensive line this year for the Tide?
I'm going to keep it pretty much simple, man. Health, your best ability is availability, right? So guys like Jaden Roberts, who was banged up a lot last year, you want to see him healthy this year. You want to see him because he is a monster. Yes. And Bama Nation, you guys know and love, the Bama Hulk. Jaden Roberts, man, is a mountain of a man, but he's a gentle giant. He's really nice in person when you meet him.
Oh, yeah.
In person,
yeah.
He's really nice. Gentle giant. We love Mama Roberts, you know, but on that field, he's a nasty dog on that field. So we got to keep him up there. And I think he's probably key to the running game. Kam Dewberry, man. And JT mentioned with Geno VanDeMark, you know, fighting for that position right there on left guard. Kam Dewberry has a lot of experience. Coming from Texas A&M. This is, I believe, his 4th season. So you got an experienced offensive line. Wilkin Former is probably the guy with the least amount of experience coming in playing right guard. Right tackle, I'm sorry. But you got Olis Elanine. If I'm saying his name wrong, I'm sorry. But I think he's on there on that side as well.
Yep.
And you forgot about the young guys, the Michael Carrolls and the Jackson Lloyds and the Micah DeBose.
Yep.
Those young guys, where do they fit in, right? I would like to see this group, the veterans, I would like to see them hold it down. I would like to see them stay healthy and play well so those young guys can develop. Because in the O-line, think about this. You're going up against, it's meat and potatoes out there. You're going up against big guys week in and week out, SEC ball. You're not in high school anymore, all right? So you're not dominating everybody like you did in high school. And I'm talking about for the freshmen. So you have to be a very special talent as a freshman to come in and play with the big boys in the SEC. So I like our group. I like the veterans on this group. And my key is health, man. If they stay healthy and they play up to the caliber of athletes and their potential, this is one of the best offensive line groups.
Yep.
Not only in the SEC, but in the country. And that's what I believe.
Yeah.
Herb, what you thinking?
Yeah. And that's a great point because, you know, we kind of debated on if we believe that, you know, but PFF gave him the highest ranking to start, right? So you got to build off that. So, man, I'm going to go with continuity as one of mine. The last person that we had on, Brian Smith from Locked On Seminoles on our show on Tuesday, he was looking at the Florida State line, and I didn't realize this till we were talking. The whole starting line is transfers. Wow. And so they're trying to piece together, you know, and they were like 106th in the country last year as a line. So, you know, for yardage, whatever offense. So they had to do some changes. But you don't want to bring in 5 people, you know, to start for your line. In game 1, you got to face an Alabama. He even said, look, I think we would be better against you guys in the middle of the year, but at the beginning of the year, try to get all these guys together. No, it's not going to work. That's why it was huge to have like a guy like Proctor come back, not just from a talent standpoint, but just from like one of the things you mentioned in there, the fact that he's just been here, you know, as long as he has. So I think that was huge. Like only having Kam Dewberry as a transfer, as the one guy coming in to start. Everybody else is even you know, look, Former, people have been on him, whatever, but he's at least been in the system. He's been around these other guys. The communication's going to be there. So, no, I love the way that they're going to work together, and I love continuity is the biggest part of that to me. Second part would be some you kind of with injuries is also our depth, man. How much are they coaching up these younger guys? How much, you know, we mentioned we saw, I guess, some of the observations from practice. VanDeMark is working at all 3 interior spots. You know, they're preparing for like, look, just because you don't start, I need you ready to go, you know, because something is going to happen. So I need you ready to go. And you mentioned the young guys like Carroll in there. I think they're going to get some playing time, especially in those first 3 games. We're going to see some stuff where people are like, look, you know, game's a little on hand, third quarter, whatever. Let's get some of these other guys some actual live action so we can see what's going on. So continuity is important at the top, but we have to have some guys who are ready to step in. So depth would be my second one.
And I like how you guys brought up the Carroll, the Lloyds, the DeBose, all those guys as well, the younger guys. And I'm going to point out something today. Now, this is a report I read earlier that happened. And they were talking about Roberts has been practicing with the offensive line rotation with Carroll, Lloyd, DeBose. And you've had VanDeMark and Dewberry both rotation with Proctor, Brailsford, and Formley, all in the same rotation. So I don't now. Obviously, they're working things out right now. that's neither here nor there. I was reading that from our guy Clint, actually.
Yep.
He posted.
I have that
something
printed
today
out
about it.
sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
Right?
So I was reading through that today, and that was an interesting report
It
coming
was,
out of practice.
yeah.
But at the same time, we're still early into it. I mean, what practice like 4 or 5? Okay, into fall camp. You know, trying to see things. Who's to say that one of these younger guys don't like you guys were saying? They step up and you step to the plate, and the next thing you know, you may have a Carroll, a Lloyd, or one of those guys out there starting, possibly, or just key situations too. Man, guys get banged up in games, ankles get stepped on, people get rolled over. You know, you're going to get some mean guys on defense. That's going crazy at you too. So,
see,
a lot of
this
things
the
happen.
thing, JT. This the thing that you now that you said that and that Herb mentioned it as well. You got to have these young guys ready. Because if you remember last year when Wilkin Formby struggled in that South Florida game, everybody wanted to excommunicate him, right? Because he struggled in that. He was a true freshman, right? He's going to struggle. So that's why you want to have these guys ready to go in case of injury.
Yeah.
So now we look fast forward to 2025 season. We got like 3 or 4 freshmen on the offensive line. They have to be ready to go because you mentioned ankles get rolled, people get rolled up on, hamstrings, muscles get pulled. So you just never know. But this is going to be on Coach Kapovic. Get those guys ready, get them in shape, and let them. They have to learn, right? Yeah. Because once you're coming in from high school and you get acclimated, you're getting in shape, but you're still learning. You're learning up here. So that's going to be the major key is how well can they learn to work with the other guys on that O-line.
Yes. Yep. And that's what, like Brian Smith, that's one of the biggest things he said. The communication with the other guys is just not there when you come in with a whole new group. So that's why, and you can kind of see from the glimpses we get from practice, the coaches are coaching like the second and third guys like they're the first guys. You can just tell the intensity is not dropping off. They're like, look, man, your day might be game 9. Then it might be game 1. You don't know. And we got to have them ready. So no, I agree with y'all on that.
And hey, to allude on something else, like to go back a little bit more, a guy that just went in the first round of the NFL draft, Jahai Campbell. You know how you know his name? Well, that was a guy that got hurt that gave him his opportunity. Was Lawson. When Lawson got hurt a couple years back, and Jahai Campbell got his jump. And the next thing you know, he got a scoop and score against Tennessee. Right place, right time to set up 4th and 31 on that muff punt. Not numerous of sacks and pass rushes too. I mean, so not saying we want injuries, but what I'm saying is the guy that's behind him being prepared to step into that and having the mindset, guys. And that's why we mentioned some of those younger guys right there. And a lot of great names, a lot of names to watch out for as well. And one that I like the most, though, I like Michael Carroll. I do like Michael Carroll a lot.
Yeah. I think you've heard that name a lot.
Yeah, you have.
And the age of the transfer portal, man, you kind of have to figure out a way to get some of these guys in. You don't want to ruin continuity on the offensive line, but at the same time, you want to show this guy like, hey, there is a path to you having, playing time. So it's a tricky slope, but.
I know when you put them in when it's 41-0 and late in the third quarter. That's when you put them in.
Yeah.
Hey, so you go to Ty. Hey, Ty, I need points, man. I got other stuff to work.
Play these guys. Yeah.
I need you to go. I need you to get up. I need you to go. We got to score. So yeah, that's a good way to look at it too, man. The guys reps right here, Herb. And I'm excited, guys. We're 27 days away from the Tide rolling, baby. And technically right now is 26 and some change, because we'd be in game time right now. It'd be halftime or something like that if it was, 20-something days from now. So I'm excited. I know a lot of people are. Before we move any further, though, Herb, JB already told us, let the people know again. Let them know again.
I mean, you already know. Do I have to explain how many I got in the house right now? Just to tell you how much I said?
Herb's got one on every corner. Every doorknob in the house, there's a towel.
Because, if I walk upstairs and we're in the living room when we got to do the show, I got to say I got to have a towel there too, man. So you got to have this. Go and support our guys. Whitwell Sports, man. Check them out. Your code is standard. to get a discount off. You can also tell them, hey, I'm personal friends with Herb. They might charge you more, they might charge you less. I don't know how that's going to go. But, man, go support them boys. Always a great product. I keep several on me. Go check them out today, man.
Yeah. So we talked about one side of the trenches. Now we're about to flip it to the other side. Keys to the defensive line success and a couple little key emerging contributors right here is what I would say. There's a couple different ones. And you've heard the Keon Keeley. I know you've heard it, okay? I know you've probably even heard of the Jordan Renaud. I think I'm saying that right? Jordan Renaud, right?
No.
Correct? Okay. Jordan Renaud. I've heard that name a good bit too. Now, here's a name that hasn't been tossed around as much is Hill. This guy right here, rotational defensive tackle, but has a spot to earn more as well, depending on how well he plays here. This man right here, 284 pounds, solid muscle, can move around the ball on the offensive line. Also got a redshirt freshman, 6'4", 314, and that's Beaman. And he gained traction during the bowl prep in spring, and he's very physical too as well. So there's another young guy that you could see stepping up right here. There's also the JUCO transfer, Steve, and I cannot say his last name. I'm not going to butcher that either. I can't even. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Mboumoua, but I had, if you had caught me right before we got on here, I was listening to Steve and M say about 5 times in the
okay.
So I got to sit right on my, but I won't be saying it again because I don't want to.
Yeah, I remember when pause. I remember when Tua first came and everybody was trying to say Tua's last name. And I remember, oh God, that was the funniest time ever to be a Bama fan in my opinion. But Keon Keeley also is a guy that's getting a lot of wear and tear right now where you're hearing everybody saying, Keon Keeley. Well, there's other guys as well. Now, yes, I do think Keeley's going to be all that and some. I agreed. But we've also got other guys on this defensive line. Those are some of the younger guys. Now, we do have another guy coming back, Justin Jefferson, that got an extended year to come back and play. I expect him to have a good season. Deontay Lawson, I know he's not on the D-line, but you're going to see him down there with them boys from time to time. On pressure, pass rushing and stuff too. Some guys that'll come back that I think will be good right there. Collins as well, the transfer we got from Florida. That's another one to look up for. And before I go through and I name everybody because I like our defensive line this year. Herb, I'm gonna let you pop off for us real quick. Who do you think or what's the key success for the defensive line this year?
Man, I'm approach it from one way I said with the coaching staff. I'm gonna say with the players because like with the group that you mentioned, you got a lot of senior guys, experienced guys, especially up front, right? The lack of success last year, I think, has really started to eat at these guys. You can tell by the way they carry themselves all year. You can tell by the way they're approaching practice. They won a race last year. I think that's number one thing for them. The fire is actually there. And, I think we all get excited about our teams in the offseason. But this is one of those few times where I'm like, these guys really have something to prove. They are out there to get it. Number two, which probably could be number one, familiarity with the scheme. I think last year there was growing pains, especially early on. Everybody didn't know exactly where they were supposed to be at times, what we were doing. You could just tell we were not always on the same page. Year two, I think everybody is ready to go. I think the intensity is there. I think they're a lot more comfortable too as well. And you've heard guys like LT Overton say like, man, I feel like I get to be more of a leader this year. I am ready to go because, last year I couldn't do it. This year I'm ready to go. So not to steal all the points, I'm going to take those two as my 2 main points. That's why I'm looking forward to the D-line this year because I think
I like the coaching. I like the coaching spot, man, because Freddie Roach is coaching them boys up good. And yes. I know this ain't on the D-line, but I saw Coach Mo earlier send a video out to a recruit on the field, hyping him up. And it's Georgia. He's committed to Georgia right now. But getting this flip, guys, I want another thing that everybody know real quick. We talking about this. Guys that may commit places, including the guys that we have committed to us. You get them committed. In the words of JB, I've heard him say this. Now it's the game of keep away. Or how do you keep them? / keep away. You got to keep the other ones away, but how do I keep you too? And then also, And I think we've done a good, and this will allude to the coaching staff here. Guys go ahead and shutting their recruiting down.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen to a couple guys we have that are 5-star guys. And they're basically saying, hey, we're done. We know where we're at. We like this. Quit calling. We don't want no more drama. So, you know, I like that. JB, defensive line, key to success. Let me hear them. Go.
All right, you mentioned coaching, right? All right, you mentioned Freddie Roach. They was doing a good job. He's done a great job in recruiting. He's done a great job in recruiting. I'll give you that. But we have struggled over the past 4 or 5 years on that line. It's time, Freddie Roach. It's time to get these guys going. And I mean, it's a difference. And you mentioned recruiting these guys, getting them in there. But can you coach them up and coach them up to play to the highest of their abilities? Because we have a 5-star, 4 stars all over the D line, and we've had that, but we haven't had guys to quote unquote pop out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And become that star, become that dog, that dominant force on that D line in quite some time. And we have a lot of capable guys that can get it done. I'm looking at a James Smith now.
Yes.
3rd year, man. 5-star from Carver High right here in the Gump. I'm looking for LT Overton. Last year, he was getting to the backfield. He was getting to the money bag, but he wasn't getting no money out the bag, if you know what I mean. Right. He wasn't finishing the plays. So we got to get those guys to finish plays. We have to let the big dogs eat. You can't let the little mutts run around your yard. You got to attack them. You got to attack them. I'm talking that's what the D-line should do. You know, sack the quarterbacks. You know, quarterback pressures is all good, but can you get some sacks? Can you get some turnovers? Can you stop the run? Because what's going to happen, and we've seen teams do this, they're going to run. They keep getting 5 and 6 yards a pop.
Oh, yeah.
If they get first down, they're going to up the tempo and they're going to keep running. And you don't have time to keep subbing and running guys on and off the field. No. So you got to be ready. You got to have gap control. You got to be ready to stop guys and stonewall guys. I'm talking about Tim Keenan, big dog on the front. You need to be that big dog. This is Tim Keenan's year. This is last season. I want Tim Keenan to go to the NFL and be great, but it starts this year. We've seen enough of the talk. We want to see some damage being done on that defensive line. And you mentioned the guy, JT, Jeremiah Beaman. You mentioned Jeremiah Beaman's up to over 300 pounds. He's put on a lot of weight, a lot of muscle. He's been working his ass off. From Birmingham Parker High School, red shirt freshman, Jeremiah Beaman. Remember that name. I think he's number 92, if I'm not mistaken. When he gets out there, he's going to do some damage. And that's all I got to say right there.
That's why I brought him up, too. I brought him up for that reason. So a final take right here to sum up that defensive line success right here. I think it's going to look like this. Starting unit is going to be LT Overton, Tim Keenan, James Smith. Yeah. Those are going to be your 3 core pieces. Key role players, Collins, Beaman, Hill. High upside options, Keon Keeley, Jordan Renaud, and Steve. Those guys right there are going to be the high upsides, okay? And then we got those key role players, and then you got right in the middle of the core. If the underclassmen like Beaman, Hill, and Keeley can take leaps, Alabama's will not only be good in the SEC, they will be a national elite powerhouse when it comes to the defensive line with playmaking ability. I got tongue twisted. Just kept rolling.
Hey, and before you move on, one point that JT made in there that JB made in there that I don't think is looked at enough. All 3 of those guys up front have a chance to make some real money in the NFL.
Oh, yes,
as a secondary motivator, and like you said it, JB, but I want to drive that home. You have a chance to make some money, and you head into the draft next year. This is it. Like, look, we've seen projections LT over the first round, right?
Yeah.
So if you James Smith, like, you got to be looking at that too. Yeah. So you have to be looking at that, like, okay, I got some money, you know.
Bro, I thought I'm gonna be real. LT, Lawson, and Tim Keenan was probably going to be gone this year. I had a feeling like I feel like we might get Tim back, but I had a feeling Lawson was like going to probably eventually take out a little bit of injury. Got him some last year too.
Injury
Whenever
got
do
him.
what you need to do, yeah. But talent wise, it's there, bro. You got to get.
Great.
He's got to be on the field the whole time, man. Talent wise, he's there. One of the best linebackers we've had a long time in that position too. And we saw the hiccup when he went down at first, trying to like who calls the plays now, who does what now, So that's a little bit different there. So I think this unit here is a great unit. I think it's a unit like JB said too with Freddie Roach. Last couple seasons, man.
Stuff to prove.
Hey, this the time, baby. There's no other time than now, in the words of John Cena, baby. The time is now.
Do I need to go get my shirt? Do I need to go get my John Cena shirt?
Dun, 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 dun. So, real quick, we'll do a final little take, then we'll kind of slide into the bowl predictions with this.
Hold
quick.
on, real quick. I don't know what happened to my camera, but I had one last point to make while we were talking D-line.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, guys. So Keon Keeley, right? Is he playing bandit? What is he gonna play? Are we sure he's at the right position?
I've seen bandit. Now
I've seen bandit too.
I don't know if that'll be the only position. JB is what I would say there. Right. Now I've seen just because, like I said, just because you see, him playing in the bandit role, which LT's gonna be in that spot mostly. Now that can be moved around. Obviously, LT probably. You're not gonna play the whole game. You need there's specialized pass rushers for third down too. We know that, but LT's one of the guys that is good on third down. So I think that's where you might see Keeley move into a different spot to get him on the field. Could be on the left side over there where Smith is, depending on how they rotate it too. Yeah. And then I mean, I don't know if he'd have the size to get in there with Tim Keenan in them, but like. That would be interesting to have him in the middle. He'd have more size,
Yeah, this is my thing, right? And, you want to get guys on the field, but you can't do that at a detriment. You got to get them on the field at their right position where they can make plays, where they can play their best. As far as just getting guys on the field, make them happy, no. You got to get them on the field where they can be most productive. Right. And if we can't find – this is an important year for Keon Keeley, I believe, because – he barely even played. Think about that. He was highly touted coming in. He barely even saw meaningful playing time. So, I mean, if we're going to play him, I don't know if he's going to be a bandit. I don't know where he's going to be, but I'm going to be paying close attention to Keon Keeley from now into game one, just to see where he ends up on the depth chart.
And what Crimson Kings was saying about the defensive end thing, like, yes, I agree. You could see him on some end splits right there.
Yeah.
You could see him in a couple of different spots. That's why I said I've seen him in the bandit. Now you're obviously not going to be able to get a good full take until you get him on the field and see what happens on the field. I think you're going to see number 31 get some burn here in 20-something days when we hit the field. So, yeah, final take real quick. JB, final take for offensive line, defensive line. Give me we'll do both predictions next on the season. Give me your final take right now if we're in January 2026. Okay, how would you project it to go? How would you see it?
For the O-line, you want me? So you want me?
O-line and D-line. O-line and D-line.
All right. So I mean, I feel like this line, and we mentioned this, one of the best in the league, one of the best in the country, let alone the SEC. And I feel like, barring injury, they stand up and they show. And I feel like Kadyn Proctor is going to be a top 5 pick. Parker Brailsford, once again, the best center in the nation. And I think we have a bunch of All-Americans on this offensive line, and we will be right in the mix for a playoff and title contention because of the O-line. I feel like that. I really feel like that.
I like that.
D-line. Oh, you okay? Go ahead.
No, my bad. I forgot.
D-line too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I'm still thinking we were on O-line for some reason when you said that. Did you get,
I go D-line. Right.
That boy said it too smooth.
Yeah. Okay. So D-line, right? I'm looking at James Smith, man. And I'm looking at him to break out. And we're going to talk bold predictions in a little bit. But I'm looking at James Smith to have an all SEC type year. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him to be an impact player. LT Overton, of course, he's got to finish those sacks and finish those plays. And Tim Keenan, you mentioned those are the big three on the O-line.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the guys who I feel like if they lead the charge, everybody else should just fall in line. But I'm really looking at James Smith to become a big dog this year, man. I'm really looking at that. And I'm not just saying that because I'm from Montgomery, he from Montgomery. I really like the talent I see from James Smith. And I want him to succeed, and I think he has it in him. And this is the year where he breaks it out.
I'm excited to see James Smith, too. Herb.
Man, I think for both sides of the ball, they got a lot to prove. You know, offensive line has been rated high, so I think the expectations are a lot higher for them. Defense, we talk about the defense as a whole, and we talk way more about the DBs. So I think the D-line is like, okay, you know, that's fine. They're getting all the love and all the little award, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We're going to show you that we the guys. You know, I think they're, you know, like with the Castellanos of the year, they're tired of people talking. They're tired of people feeling like they can disrespect us. I think they're going to get after it. On the offensive line, they know they're the key to the whole thing. So I think they have lofty expectations, and I think they're feeling like they're going to live up to that. And one of the points that you guys already made in there with Roach on the defensive line and coaching, that was a Stephen M topic. Which coaches are possibly on a hot seat? Yes, Coach has to produce this year, and he knows his group has to produce, and he knows what he got behind him on the line. I think both sides are ready to go. So
I'm gonna go even further. I'm gonna say Coach Roach and Cap, both of them need to produce.
Yeah,
you can recruit all you want. And we love it. We love getting these 5-star and 4-star guys, but the key is getting the best out of their abilities on the football field. That's the key. And it's very important. That's why we're talking about the trenches, because it's very important to the team's success that those guys play well.
It is. It's super important. And also to the point of you can recruit, like you said, all the 4- and 5-star guys you want, but if you don't transfer it to the field and develop the talent and make it better and better and better, then it's a burning star, and it's going to burn out eventually, and it'd be nothing.
Hey, you got to develop these guys quick too, because we're in a new era of college football.
Yes. You can't wait.
Turn around. You got 40, 50 guys in and out the room every year. So, I mean, off the team, you got 40, 50 different guys transferring out and coming in. This is not the old age of college football 10, 15 years ago where guys stayed 3-4 years.
And another name for defensive line before we move on to the bowl predictions, and this is my final take here too. Defensive line, a name to look out for. We talk about Keon Keeley, Yonze Pierre, number 42.
Yep.
Yes, love some Yonze Pierre, guys. Quick off the edge too. That's going to be a guy to look at as well. I think this defensive line with the front three, like JB had said right there. Tim Keenan, James Smith, LT, everything. If those three guys come with it, everybody else falls into their place. Where I said we need the role players, then we got the high upside ones. Yeah. All those guys that I named, if they can do those things or in a form of those things, defense line is going to be great. The defense will have a lot of 3 and outs, or we'll get off the field on 3rd downs this year, minus penalties. Offensive line, biggest thing I want to talk about is the penalties this year. Let's turn that around. Let's not have so many penalties. Let's be smarter. I think that fixes like 85% of the problem right there. Also, a little more continuity, another year in. I think it's meshing better this year. The only thing I don't like is coming in this year, everybody saying we have the best O-line. I don't like that, because then it's this pressure of you got to have the best O-line, or if you allow a sack, now you're not what you think you are, and now it's a head game with the guys, and that's not really it. You know, sometimes you're going against elite talent. They're going to win some. Sometimes you blew up and you messed up. So we got to define what's what. But give me the offensive line this year being one of the best in the country. I think we got some All-Americans on the team, like JB said. I also think we got some possible first-rounders on this offensive line as well. Parker is definitely going to be one to be looked at. Robert's going to be looked at for sure. And, I mean, just look at last year with Tyler Booker as well that we had go. So, lot of high-end names to look at there. Kam Dewberry could sign up. Kadyn Proctor is definitely going to be a name up there. I saw his name, I think, in a mock draft, top 5.
Yes, sir.
Like that's you know, I'm not saying it's wow, but I mean, you know, hey, Bama does some things this year, and you could see also what'll help DeBoer and coaching staff out with recruiting. Hey, look how many guys we done put in since we've been at Bama. We put some guys in last year. We put some more guys in this year. Look what I did at Washington. We put these guys in. Boom, boom, boom. You know, we filling up the lead. Da da da. We guys I've coached. You know, that's a recruiting pitch right there.
Yeah.
Why do you think people want to play for Nick Saban so much? They was gonna get in the lead.
Yeah. Plus, look at how many names you just mentioned that we're going to be losing because of that. So that's another reason to come here. You're going to get an earlier chance to get a start. So.
And now that's going to be another recruiting pitch DeBoer's going to have next year for the 2027 class is, hey, no, you might have a chance to see the field quicker than anybody because, you know, a lot of guys are going to go pro after this year. So that's another thing. We'll talk about that as we get going. Let's get in these bold predictions real quick, guys. In the comments, let me hear your bold predictions. If you got any questions, we're going to answer them right after the bold prediction segment right here, guys. Let's see. Herb, you want to go first? JB, you want to go first? Which one?
Well, I got so my first one. I don't know. We giving all of them, or we just giving? I'm gonna say LT Overton leads the SEC and the country in sacks this year.
Ooh.
He puts it all together and he finishes.
I like that one, JB.
So you started with defense? Okay, I got a defense one.
Well, you know, because all I want to do is get offensive stats. I don't even really care about it.
We can circle back around and do offense too, right? You know what I'm saying? We can circle back around and do offense.
Yeah, we do.
Well.
Yeah.
All right, so this is my defense bold prediction. A name we hadn't mentioned, Nakai Hill-Green.
There you go.
Oh,
I feel like he's going to lead us in tackles this season.
Okay.
Bold prediction. I think he's going to lead us in tackles this season.
Yeah.
I know everybody thinking Deontay Lawson. No, I'm thinking Nakai Hill-Green's going to lead us in tackles.
I like it.
He's going to be on the field a lot.
Give me bold right here. Give me Dejon Lee for the most picks this year in the backfield. 6'4", lanky. Quarterbacks are going to underestimate that size. They're going to try to pass on him some. He is going to get some PT this year, too, freshman or not. He will get some burn, guys. He's very, very, very elite. He'll get some PT. Now, am I saying that you're going to be benching Brown? You're going to be benching Jackson? No. But, guys, you know, it's going to be breaks. It's going to be packages for different players. Especially we go against a big body wide receiver, okay? Yeah. Put him on him. Like, that's what it's for. That's why you go get a guy like his size, especially how fast he is. So give me Dejon Lee leading the backfield on the defensive side in takeaways. Okay, I like that a lot. So flip it to the.
You know why I think that's bold? Because I'm totally on the Bray Hubbard and Keon Sabb is leading the team in interceptions. So
I am too.
That's why I'm like, okay.
I like it though.
Both of them.
Yeah,
I like both of them too.
That's why I think it's bold. I like the take though. No, because I love Dejon Lee.
Steals. Yeah, I think you might get a couple little steals in there down the way. Some people just trying to throw on him, and Dejon Lee got some good hands too, man. Watch him in high school. Watch some of his practice film too. You'll see. But got to go into offensively, Herb.
I feel like I'm gonna take the easy ones, but. Ryan Williams gonna lead the league in yards per catch and touchdowns.
Yards per catch.
Yeah. Okay. The whole SEC or the country or the SEC?
Both.
Ooh. Well, if he leads the country, he's probably leading the SEC. So, or if he leads the SEC, he's probably leading the country or something.
Hey, what about Jeremiah Smith over there now?
Hey, we coming after him. We coming after him this year. We coming after him this year. But I'll say this though, out of the running backs. Daniel Hill's going to have the most touchdowns for the running back. That's my other bold.
Okay. Well, you did too. So my bold prediction, Daniel Hill is not going to have the most touchdowns. I'm going Richard Young.
I like it.
I think Richard Young
I like that one,
leads the team in rushing touchdowns this year. That's my bold prediction for the offense.
He's looked good, dude. In the clips you're getting to see, bro, he looks good.
Yeah. So I got Richard Young. Not saying he's going to start because we all know Jalen Miller's going to start. But, man, when he gets going, I think he just has about 10 touchdowns rushing or more.
Yo, shout out to the locker room. Long time watcher. Enjoyed the show today, man. Roll Tide. Appreciate you watching, man. And Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Roll
And
Tide.
appreciate to everybody in the comments that stayed and watched us today, too, man. Roll Tide to all you guys. You guys are the real MVP. JB, yes, Young is one of them. And if you guys see me keep popping in and out, my service is going out because of the Wi-Fi at my house, because it's like a gazillion thunderstorms by my house right now. So I do apologize. I'm not trying to pop in and out, but everybody keeps freezing randomly, and I just gotta boom. So
you got that Huddle House
Wi-Fi. you gave that bold on what was it on Richard Young doing? What again, JB?
Most touchdowns, leading the team in touchdowns. I'm sorry.
I like that one.
Okay.
You immediately make me rethink mine. I'm like, man, mine sucks.
So everybody, it's one of those back in the day. They say a Kodak moment where you got to take a picture of something because you're not gonna believe it, you know.
Yeah.
So 6 months ago, with what I'm about to say right now, you'd be like, nah, he wouldn't say that. Bold prediction right now.
For Ty Simpson?
Bold prediction for my man Ty Simpson.
Oh my goodness.
Ty Simpson is going to have the best season from an Alabama quarterback since Bryce Young. Okay. And I know that's only the 2 years, the 2 year frame. But I think this is going to be the best quarterback we play since Heisman season, Bryce Young.
Wait a minute. So he's going to be in Heisman consideration. He's going to be up for the Heisman. That's what you're saying.
Top 5. Ooh. I'd say top 5. I do. I think Ty's going to be a name to be mentioned with this year. Do I think it's going to be like week 1 and 2 where you're like
4,872 yards and 47 touchdowns.
Bold prediction, baby. Give me Ty for 5K this year, baby.
Ooh,
Dan Marino.
Lord have mercy.
Dan Marino.
Hey, we're going to be at the 1 yard line taking like 10-yard penalties just so we can throw.
He's going to get no. Herb, that's going to be like, it's going to come down to.
I need more yards, guys. I need more yards.
He's going to have like 4,700 yards. He's like, well, they'll just run the ball the rest of this game. No!
Ooh.
Throw it!
Hey, man. Ty handed off the ball, tripping the running back at the same time. Oh, sorry, coach.
Throw it for the bold prediction. Like, God. But yeah, no.
Very bold, brother.
In realness, though, guys, that is definitely a bold prediction. But I do think Ty is going to be an elite player this year. I'm saying top 5 in a Heisman. It might realistically be top 10, but I do think he could sneak in there with how good our team's going to be. And you know how it is when the team's really good. They'll find a player on the team and they'll elevate him up. All right, So, and he is one of them, yeah. So, and obviously Ryan Williams is going to get his numbers this year. I'm not saying he isn't, but we do have other wide receivers that are going to show out too. It ain't like it's just Ryan Williams and like 3 other guys that get like 1 or 2 catches every other game. No. Bernard's going to have 5 to 6 catches a game. That's catches, not counting targets. Yes. Targets probably 8 to 9 maybe. Isaiah Horton's definitely going to be our field stretcher. Okay, so like I said, he may get 700, 800 yards on the year, but he's going to get the chunk plays. He's going to get the 50-yard bombs, the 40, the 60s. Yeah, Ryan Williams is going to get everything in between. There might be an 80-yard touchdown. Might be an 8-yard touchdown. Might be a 37. He might got a 40-yard play but didn't score, but it was a 40-yard play to set up Jam Miller to run in 10 yards. That's where, like, you got to understand that I think that may elevate Ty to that spot is what I'm getting at, is that it's going to be so much. Think about this. If Waddle did not get hurt on my birthday that year, too, I cried.
That's fine.
If Waddle didn't get hurt that year, Devontae Smith win the Heisman? No, Mac Jones does, because it would have been distributed out to both the guys and not just to Devontae Smith mostly. Or Najee Harris would have had a better chance at it too. Yeah, or Najee. So you see where I'm going with that? That's how I feel this year. Unless, barring like an injury that I do not wish happened, I see Ty being our Heisman guy on our team that can be the, Ryan Williams, yes, because of the superstar. I'm not saying that. I'm not taking away. I just think that he won't have the numbers to back it like Ty will for the position. Like, that. As a wide receiver, you're going to need 2K more, a whole bunch of touchdowns as well to get in that argument to outbeat somebody else. So.
Yeah. And Crimson Kings, that's my favorite Horton. I think he's going to be the
Horton,
second receiver for sure.
Yeah, 50-50 balls.
I wanted to go bold and say he'd be number one, but we still got
we did this on JB. We got to get you on next time, bro. We do our TikTok skit. We got to get you on the Talk'n Bama page. But we talked about this. I think it's going to go Williams, Bernard, Horton. That order for receiving yards. I think that because Bernard is our go-to guy. He's going to get yards just based off he gets these targets all the time. He's our short-handed guy. And now, and that's where Herb and a couple other guys have some different opinion. Me and Brody went the same way.
I'm a Horton guy.
Yeah, me and Brody went the same way. And I think Horton's going to get it. I just think he's going to be like Jamison Williams a little bit more, but with a couple other good guys too playing. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not a stretch to say that Horton has the most yards, but Bernard has the most catches.
Yeah.
True. Yes, I can see that.
Because Horton can average 17 yards a catch, and Bernard can average like 10 yards a catch. Because with Horton catching the deep balls, and the big plays, and Bernard being your move the chains guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens a lot. If you even look in the NFL, and you'll see the guy that has the most catches, but another guy has the most yards or something like that. So
yeah,
I mean, it's not impossible for it to happen that way.
Have any questions this go around, guys? I didn't see any earlier.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, didn't think so, guys. But just to kind of recap some things, guys. Alabama is practicing right now, fall, guys. It is going down. It's a lot of position battles. This is where it all breaks down. This is where the bread and butter comes from right here. Meat, potatoes, whatever you want to call it. This is dinner time. This is the time, okay? So keep up with the tide. Keep following things, guys. Keep counting down. Keep coming back to the show. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as well, guys. We just hit 14,000 subs. We are also going to be live at the Vanderbilt game. You'll catch the Bama Standard and the following shows as well live at the Vanderbilt game. We're going to be at the Bryant-Denny Museum. So thankful for them allowing us to come back out. It's going to be a wonderful time. I'll be there. I think Herb will. I'm pretty sure JB's going to be there. He goes to a lot of games as well, guys. We're going to have a lot of fun out there. Before we go, though, JB, let you give out this special announcement you wanted to give out, brother.
Yes, sir. So, matter of fact, I'm not going to give y'all the whole announcement. I just want you to tune in tomorrow, Monday, and I got a special announcement. But you have to go ahead and subscribe to Sports Talking with JB. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sports Talking with JB. Got a big announcement coming up tomorrow. Also, follow me on Twitter, X at young_ENT_. And you can find me Sunday night Talk'n Bama. Next week we will be on regular time.
And who else we got on with us, JB?
I think you should tell them who we got next week on the show, JT. Tell them who we got next week on the show.
None other than that man. Don't give a piss about nothing but the side. We got Willie and Chad on, guys, and Willie's in a new movie as well, guys, with Drewski, Shane Gills, a couple other funny comedy guys. The movie is hilarious. I've seen little skits or whatever from it. It looks funny. It looks like it's gonna be a classic. So Willie gonna be on with us next Sunday night, guys.
Sir.
Make sure y'all tune in with us. He's gonna start the show off, guys. We'll probably have about 20-25 minutes on chatting up what they got going on, and also about the origin kind of story of like where we are now with Willie. And some people want to know that more and in depth. It's been told, but it hasn't been told in the way we're going to tell it next week. Herb, you know where they can find you at, brother?
Herb Ragsdale podcast. We stream every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central. We kind of already went through our summer series, so we had to grab one of those hated teams. This week we talked a little Notre Dame. So Alabama hates Notre Dame. You got to come in and at least hate on them. 8 p.m. Central on our channel and streaming on the Bama Standard. Then, of course, Saturday nights, we usually bring a drink and just talk whatever we want to talk about. 7:30 Saturdays as well. Then, of course, here every Sunday. Usually at 7.
Saturday.
Uh-oh, he froze on me.
What
Next
happened
Saturday. And I don't know if you saw this one, JB.
I saw that. So, shouts out to Raj. No, I ain't replacing Shannon Sharp. That's not it. That shit, I wish.
Oh, that money, yeah. Hey, you wouldn't
Hey,
even talk to
no,
us
hey.
no more.
Hey, if I got that ESPN job, hey, I don't think I can do this show no more. But it's
Hey,
all good. Hey,
would
man,
you answer our calls or would you just be gone?
I might have a secretary.
Hey, JB, I can't freeze no more. I gotta go after this. But listen,
What's
you
up?
go to ESPN now. I ain't even gotta be on air. I just need to be your agent. I'll talk all the junk for you. If anybody try anything like that, I'm gonna be the one. Hold up, back up, bro. I got this. You got a reputation. Watch this.
I'm gonna get you on with Pat McAfee if I get the ESPN gig.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put you on McAfee.
that's what we need, brother. That's what we need. But guys, thank y'all for joining us today. Make sure y'all follow JB over on Sports Talking with JB YouTube. Also check him out on Twitter, guys. Got a big announcement from JB tomorrow, guys. You don't want to miss it. Check him out, guys. Check us out. TikTok, Roll Tide Nation. I'm almost at 300,000 followers, guys. Been blowing up. The edits have been great. Thank you guys for all the love for it as well.
Yes.
I got some new edits I'm about to drop. We're within the 30-day mark now, so I'm doing a bunch of hype videos. It's all hype videos now. If you want a song or an idea and you thinking about it, shoot me a message over on Twitter right there. That I am Jay Glaze. Hit me over on Twitter. Shoot me a DM. I'll work on something. I'll give you some credits as well, guys. Y'all have a wonderful time. SummerSlam is tonight.
Yeah. We don't give a piss.
Nothing but the time. See y'all, boys.
Ow!